Have you ever had a moment where something tiny and harmless suddenly blows up into a huge, awkward thing with a friend? Maybe someone drops a joke in the group chat, and while everyone else is sending laughing emojis, it just doesn't feel funny to you. Or maybe your friend picks someone else for a school project, and you get that sinking feeling in your stomach. Suddenly, everything gets tense. The friendship feels wobbly, and you are left stuck, not really sure where you stand or what to do next. If you have felt this way before, just know that these fights happen to everyone. They are a normal part of being close to people. Most of the time, these blow-ups don't happen because someone is a bad person. They happen because two people can look at the exact same situation and both genuinely feel like they are right. These clashes happen when two completely different ways of seeing the world collide. So, how can two people both be right? It helps to think of it like a pair of glasses. It's all about lenses. Imagine looking at the exact same thing wearing different pairs of glasses. Through their lens, a group chat joke is silly. Through yours, it's embarrassing. When picking a partner, they just made a fast decision, but through your lens, you felt left out. When things get tense, the goal is to peek through your friend's lens for a second to understand what they see, and to help them look through yours. Recognizing that your friend is simply looking through a different piece of glass is the first step toward fixing the relationship. Once you understand that, you can start repairing things using a simple 4-step toolkit. Step 1 is the most important. Don't solve it in the surge. This is the surge, the physical reaction when you're so mad or hurt, your heart pounds, your face feels hot, and you feel a massive urge to send an angry text. When you feel that heat, hit the pause button until you're calm. Choosing to step away and cool off is a sign of strength, not a sign that you are backing down. Once you have taken a breath, move to step 2. Say what happened without attacking who the person is. Instead of using an insult like, "You're so fake," try talking about your own feelings. You might say, "When you made that joke, I felt embarrassed." Sharing your own experience instead of attacking them changes the whole mood of the conversation. That leads to step 3, reflect back. Reflecting back means you are listening closely. You don't have to agree with what your friend did, but you are showing them that you are trying to see things from their side. You can do this by saying, "So you didn't realize that picking someone else would make me feel left out." Showing someone they have been heard helps their body feel safe and calm again. When you are both calm, you can think clearly enough to actually solve the problem. Shifting from attacking to listening helps both of you feel safe enough to lower your defenses. Now you are ready for step 4. Look for the overlap. This is where you stop acting like enemies and start acting like teammates again. To find the overlap, ask one simple question. What would make this better for both of us? You might decide to avoid certain jokes in the group chat, or promise to pick project partners together next time. Creating a plan together merges your two different lenses into one shared vision for the friendship. You have the tools now. Pause the surge, speak without pointing fingers, listen to their side, and find a solution together. You don't have to do these steps perfectly every time. Just trying these tools makes you better at handling the tough stuff. Every repair you make builds a specific skill you can use in any friendship. Maintaining a steady, strong connection with a friend feels much better than winning an argument. The next time things feel wobbly, remember your toolkit. You have everything you need to keep your friendships strong.